Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. My name is Karen-Helen, and welcome back to my channel. Cause baby, it's the everything for me, for me, for me. Baby, it's the everything for me, for me, for me. Cause baby. So, guys, I remember like a few months ago, I took a test that was like, oh, learn your attachment style or something like that. And I think I was an avoidance attachment style. I gotta remember. I gotta remember. I think it was avoidant. I might still have, and I have a problem. I never really close out my my tabs, so I just have a lot of tabs in here, so I might literally still have that test. Can't find it, but I know for sure it was, because it's the only one I can really think of. It definitely was an avoidant attachment style that I had, and yeah, that's what I realized about myself. Taking tests and figuring out, like, you know, a little more about yourself, whatever. But today, guys, we are talking about detachment and detaching yourself from situations, and how to detach yourself from situations, or from people, or whatever it may be. Let people be who they want to be, then decide if you want them in your life. First off, okay, to start, we are letting people be who they want to be, and we're deciding if they are a good fit for us to continue on in life, or if they're just not the best fit and we want to, you know, eventually part ways with them. And just allowing it to be what it is, and not trying to force a situation, not trying to force a connection, not trying to force a relationship with anybody. We're just allowing what is to be, and we're just, you know, letting go of the things that just don't serve us, or is that the things that just don't fit us anymore, and doesn't really move us in a direction where we want positivity, love. The things that just don't serve us anymore is what we are removing. And whether it doesn't serve you anymore, or whether you're able to, you know, still allow it in your space, in your life, then, you know, that's what we're doing. We're figuring that out, and we're evaluating situations, relationships, friendships, whatever. Trust that rejection is always redirection to something bigger and better. Just trust that, you know, whatever no you get doesn't mean a no, it means another opportunity. And to not hold on to things too tight, or whatever, whether it's a job, whether it's people, or whatever, whether it's a material item. We have to understand that holding or having some sort of attachment to these things doesn't really serve us in the ways that we think it serves us. Honestly, it kind of brings more detriment to us, because if we were to lose these things, it's like our whole lives would just shatter to pieces. And when it comes to like people, that's like very much, you know, it's case by case on who the person is. But as far as the attachment of material items or financial gains, as far as jobs and stuff like that, we have to not attach ourselves too much to that stuff, and try our best to just allow it to flow. Because literally, like, our lives is like a stream, okay? We're a river, and in that river, everything is going upstream, everything is going, whether upstream, downstream, whatever, everything is going down the stream, okay? And that's your life. Your life is just going down the stream, just going with the flow. So now, if there's something that's in the river that's blocking you, like a dam, beavers make dams and stuff like that. So say like there's a dam down the river that's blocking you. Now you're just like, it's stopping you from allowing your process to be your process, and it's stopping you and holding you back from allowing everything to just go up the stream, and for you to just like allow your life to flow by and allow things to come in and out your life. Because whatever no you get, or whatever door that closes, there's another door that's going to open, and then there's another yes that's going to be right behind that door. So allowing ourselves to definitely detach from things like that, next opportunities, no's, or any form of redirection, allowing ourselves to just really detach from that, because you know that's just the process of life. That's just the flow of life. Letting it go, letting it flow. All right, a redirection is not the end of the world. Some people are only meant to help you grow, not be in your life forever. Oftentimes we have people in our lives for a season, and oftentimes we have people in our lives for a lifetime. It goes hand in hand at the same time, but there is definitely people in your life, a lot of people in your life that you may feel like should have been there from like the beginning to the end, because the friendship was good or the relationship was good or whatever it is. But we have to remember that a lot of people were placed in our lives just to help us learn something, help us learn a lesson, or just really help us evolve in who we are as a person. And that's what we really have to start to realize, that not everybody's meant to be in our lives forever. Not everybody's meant to go down this path or through this journey with us up until the very end. And that is definitely something that a lot of people have a lot of people like me, I would say myself, definitely, I had so much time, like so much struggle with really just letting go and allowing that this person was probably just here because there was something in this lesson or in this relationship, in this connection. There was something very significant that was just there to teach me something, and not really to for me to just like, oh yeah, this is my person, or that I'm about to go through life with this person, this is my significant other, wada yada yada blah, whatever. That's not the case. I definitely came across many times that, you know, just people that was just here to teach me something. And I honestly pray that I definitely did learn from those lessons that I needed to learn, and just move on from them. Definitely move on from them, and definitely just allow it to be what it is, and just love on myself still, and allow myself to grow, allow myself to learn more about me, who I am, and more things that I do like and more things that I don't dislike, whatever. I feel like I talk about trusting the process a lot more than I should, but honestly it's really like, that's really what we have to do. Me personally, I feel like most of these videos I'm really making is just like for future me to look back and be like, oh my gosh, the progress, you know, I came such a long way. And yeah, but I feel like a lot of the times trusting the process has been a very big like thing for me, as far as just allowing things to just flow in and out of my life, or allowing things to just take the direction that it wants to take, because I oftentimes have a big struggle with allowing things to flow, because I always want to be able to control situations. I always want to be able to have like some sort of handle on things, so therefore it kind of like really like holds me back, or kind of like pushes me to like just say no, I'm gonna let that be what it is and allow it to, you know, just serve me, instead of me trying to find a way how it can serve me, you know. I'm just going to allow it to serve me, allow it to be there in my space, and not me trying to figure out ways to accommodate it within my space, and figure out ways that it could be able to be beneficial for me, because whatever is supposed to be beneficial, whatever's supposed to be there will be there, and whatever's supposed to be in your circle, in your area, will just be there, you know. And forcing a situation, or forcing whatever you want to force, is just, it really holds you back. It really holds you back a lot from just allowing your life to just take course, and it makes things harder. Honestly, I feel like when I tried to control every single situation that I've just couldn't sit there and just like, oh no, like I feel like I need to take control because like I wanted to go this way and I don't know how, like I don't want to have like that, you know, that thought like, oh my gosh, it's not going the way I want it to go. But whether it goes in the exact order that I want it to go or not, it's gonna happen the same way that it's supposed to happen. So with me realizing that, oftentimes I just allow it to just be what it is and just stop trying to be a control freak, okay? Because I'm not a control freak, but I could be very controlling when it comes to situations that have to deal with me or anything that really affects or kind of like shifts my feelings or emotions or whatever. I try my best so I could be like, okay, like how can I fix the situation? How can I control like the outcome of the situation? When in reality, there's but so much that I can do. I can only control me. I can't control the things outside of me. So whatever happens externally has nothing to do with me. But with everything that happens internally, I can, you know, get my best handle onto it. And that's a lot of things that I just been trying my best to do. So trying to not be so hands-on. Focus only on what you can control. Focus on what you can control and leave everything else up to the Lord, okay? Leave everything else up to God. Focus on what you can control because honestly, there is but so much things you really genuinely can do, okay? Seriously, you can't control somebody else. You can't tell somebody else what they can do. You can't tell somebody else what they cannot do, all right? Unless it's a child. But at the end of the day, that child is still going to make the mistakes that they need to make. They're still going to go through life the way they need to go through life. You could give your opinion. You could give, like, an analysis, whatever. You could do all that extra stuff. But at the end of the day, you can't really control what the next person is going to do. You really can't control how the day is actually going to go. You can plan for how you want your day to be, all right? And you take the steps that you are able to do and follow through with. So as say if you, oh, you have to go to work. Okay, so here's how my day is going to go. I'm going to start planning on my day. I'm going to head to work. I'm going to work. I'm going to have lunch at a certain time in that day of work, preferably in the afternoon. Okay. Then after work, I'm going to head to the gym. All right. Then after the gym, I'm going to head home. Then after I head home, I'm going to take a shower. Take a shower, wind down, enjoy my family, go to bed, do it all again tomorrow. That's the plan for the day. But what about everything that's in between those plans? We have, those are gray areas that we just don't know. The gray areas that we do have in our lives or in our plan, in our daily planners, are the areas that can honestly shift the next plan that we had set for the day. So say you said you wanted to go to work, lunch, in the afternoon or whatever, then you finish work, you want to head to the gym. But in the time of lunch and the gym, that area of just work and that gray area could just work. That's it. In that gray area, you could have hit your knee somewhere. Now your knee is jacked up, God forbid. Okay, and it's not looking like you're going to the gym later on no more. Now you're just, it looks like you're just gonna go home. So that plan is now scrapped. So allowing yourself to just do what you actually can do with that's within your power really gives you a lot more control and handle on just what you can control, if that makes any sense. And I pray this makes some type of sense to somebody. But you can't control everything, and when you realize that you can't control everything, especially the things that's like outside of you or whatever, you can't really control that, because it's just life. It's really just life. And honestly, I feel like I kind of touched on this on a few videos back, where I was talking about how I was just getting over a cold and stuff like that, and how I wasn't feeling too good. And that was just the course. Like, that weekend I definitely had plans to do X, Y, and Z, but X, Y, and Z got scrapped because I had a high fever and I couldn't go out no more. So you could plan it out, but it's external things. That's an external thing. What I needed to focus on was what I can control, which was my health and my internal being is what I can control. My emotions, my feelings, my thoughts, my health, everything like that is what I can control. But everything outside of that, I can't control it. So I have to just allow it to be what it is, understand that I can't do that, and allow myself to move forward in life with that clear understanding, is what I'm saying. Alright guys, I definitely hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to comment down below, okay? Like down below and subscribe down below. Don't forget to tell a friend that is me, Karen Helen. I'm back, and I will see you guys when I see you guys. Bye.